Bar Stool Sports. Bar Titus. Brandon Walker. Mostly Sports.
Welcome to Mostly Sports, presented by Jägermeister. I'm Mark Titus. He is Brandon Walker. Is that Macho Man? Uh-oh, mic's not working. Brandon. Brandon's talking and no one can hear him. Oh, my God. Oh, this is awesome. Is this the... Oh, my God. I have dreamed of this day for almost 2 years. Brandon's mic doesn't work? I can just say anything I want, and he can't rebut it?
Dude, let's get some SEC talk.
Did you see? Hey, I got my Pick Six preview, T-Bob.
Did it come in the mail?
Yeah, it came in the mail. I was thumbing through it. SEC. I was thumbing through it last night.
Yeah.
Mississippi State, 16th.
Well, no.
How many teams?
Well, hold on a second.
No, hold on a second.
Wait, what just happened?
Hold on a second.
How did that happen?
Somebody may have unplugged it when they stepped over to get a seat today. This is Macho Man Randy Savage.
It is Monday, August 4th. We are live from Chicago. We are brought to you by Jägermeister. 56 Botanicals, 0 degrees Fahrenheit, wherever you're out if you're hanging with friends at the bar. And this is I don't like to share too much of my personal life.
Sure.
I like to keep a little bit of
Well,
privacy.
thank God. Let's move on. Let's move on quickly.
Every so often I'll peel back the curtain.
Uh-huh.
And this is one of those times, Brandon. I will be at a bar tonight.
No.
Whoa. What?
Be at a bar tonight for somewhere between a half an hour to an hour.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, and I just might enjoy myself. And you know how I'm going to do that? With an ice-cold shot of Jägermeister. Maybe you're doing all the sports stuff or just the mostly sports stuff. Whatever you're doing, call the shots. Cheers with frosty 0 degree Fahrenheit shots of Jägermeister. And remember to check Jägermeister out at Jägermeister.com. Drink responsibly. Jägermeister the core. 35% alcohol by volume. Imported by Mass Jägermeister U.S., White Plains, New York. What do you want to talk about, Brandon?
I fear, Mark Titus, that this colossal failure of the baseball game at the Bristol Motor Speedway will rob us of future opportunities to see baseball games played at colossally huge and pointless stadiums.
Was this it? This could have been it. We're not going to get...
I fear that this oddity where there are 100,000 people there and 95,000 of them can't see a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
And nothing makes sense. I fear that we have seen the last.
I was not prepared for the food problem. Like my whole stance on like why are we playing?
They host things here all the
Yeah,
time.
right.
Do they not?
My stance on they shouldn't play sporting events at stadiums that weren't built for those sporting events is just that like it's absurd that we're building specific stadiums now and then not playing like fucking the Braves just built a brand new ballpark. Did they not that long ago?
I don't know
Maybe
why.
It's been a while now, but
I don't know why they scheduled it when it was going to rain.
when it was going to rain.
That was
What were they
stupid.
thinking?
That's so stupid.
So my point was just like, it's a fucking racetrack. It's not a baseball field. Like that doesn't make any sense. Why are they doing that?
Yeah.
It never entered my brain that they would have concession issues. That they're out of buns.
So are
Where are the
NASCAR
buns?
are NASCAR fans just not complainers at all? Like they get bunless hot dogs and they get nachos without cheese and they're fine? Is that how we find out these things?
I guess.
Maybe we don't find them out because NASCAR fans are just tough. I don't know.
Yeah, it was. What did they play? Less than an inning, Ebo?
And they
Is that right?
played.
And then
They
had to run it
played.
back the next
They played an inning
In a
that you kinda
pond.
Played, yeah.
They played in a pond. Did you
Yeah.
see the third base, the left side of the infield?
The drainage in the field wasn't great.
Yeah.
Oh,
Turns out they never
Why?
really.
because
They've never had anything in that field.
never really had a.
Never had a baseball game in that field.
Yeah.
Why does baseball in a cornfield work so well then?
Yeah, I don't know. Because if you
They should just do that every year, right?
do it that way, yeah, I would be down for the. Where did they play? They played a game last year, like in Alabama.
At Rickwood Stadium, I believe.
Yeah.
I think they're playing next year at Amen Corner, which would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, where's the worst place to play a baseball game that's like 1% plausible? It's not 0% plausible. It actually is
Like
aircraft carrier,
the summit
like the
of a
college
mountain or
basketball games.
on top of a mountain.
Yeah,
Like Penn Station, New York.
They built it on top of Penn Station.
Central Park.
Central Park.
They could just
Yeah.
like try to play a game in Central Park.
Yeah, but
Rucker Park.
that one,
But
Central Park, they should just be able to do it.
The National Mall.
Oh, that's
Like in
that's
front
Oh,
of
like
that's a good
oh
the
my
in
God.
Minnesota? Yeah.
That's a
That's a
great
good
idea.
answer.
Yeah.
It's,
The Mall of America?
The Mall of
National
in the Mall
Mall.
of America.
Yeah.
Well, they held a Nitro there, the very first Nitro.
they held a WCW Nitro in the Mall of America.
The very first WCW Nitro was in the Mall of America. They're just in a mall. And you see people going up the escalator and everything. The show ended with this huge angle of Lex Luger returning.
Oh,
And he's doing it with like an orange Julius behind him.
oh, look at
There's
that.
just-
That's incredible.
They're just in the food court.
You ever been there?
No, I have not.
T-Bob, you been there?
I went there one day as a child in the midst of a road trip.
Yeah.
So I all I remember is the roller coaster.
I went
Like roller coaster in the mall was fucking crazy.
2019 Final Four was in Minneapolis, and I did I was broadcasting like a 3-on-3 event thing, and it was taking place in the Mall of America. And
BBM.
my takeaway from the Mall of America is it is a mall.
Yeah.
And it just goes on forever, and that's pretty much it.
The
Is
there's-
it tax free? What's the hook there?
Yeah.
No sales
I don't know.
tax? Is that it?
my home mall in Tupelo is finally starting to decay and die,
Mm-hmm.
and the people aren't handling it well.
I
They are not taking.
I
this
understand
well.
the society has moved past the need for malls, but I think malls serve an important purpose. And
Malls are
it's,
so awesome.
you know,
They're
it's
awesome
a
if
place
you're
to
our
just
age,
walk
so.
around and. You know.
Yeah, here's the look. They're just the other stores are right behind them as they're doing these stupid. And Brian Pillman, yeah. You want to keep watching this, or you want to go get a pretzel?
Yeah,
Look at it. It's just a J.C. Penney back there.
That's incredible.
Well, I'm lucky. Up in Gurney, we still have them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have. Is that here in Chicago? I've been very impressed with Chicago malls. I guess you have to live somewhere that's like extremely overpopulated for malls to still survive. Because back
Yeah.
home they're all dying.
Right.
I'd
Back
like
in
to buy.
Louisiana, they're all
I'd like to
dying.
buy them all. For being honest,
The thing is,
if you could own an old dead mall.
Yeah.
So
it
here-
would still be dead when you buy it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I
You
don't want
wanna
any life.
you don't want to revive it?
No, I just want to have it.
Okay.
I want to have it, and I
it's a
want to
lot
like.
of land.
I want to play
lot of
golf in it.
space,
I
yeah.
want to like put a giant putting green that goes like 200 yards in it.
World's biggest putt course.
Yeah, I want to do that, and I
You have
want
like a 200-yard putt hole.
That's right.
Yeah.
That now we're all on the same page.
Connor, you want to go sniff the old Victoria's Secret dressing rooms with me?
Don't even get me fucking started, bro. What a world.
Where do the kids?
I saw one actually recently. I was like, oh my God. It
Victoria's
took me back.
Secret?
Yeah, it took me back.
You saw a Victoria's
I
Secret
can picture
recently?
I mean, they're still kind
I can
of
picture Connor like
They're not-
I'll just be like,
They're
whoa,
not like non-existent.
No, but you,
Whoa.
Victoria's Secret is not
Oh
a
my
thing of the
God.
past.
no, I know, but a physical store. Because we don't
Still
go to
not a
malls.
thing of the past.
We don't go to malls anymore. I don't leave the city. And then I saw it. I was like, oh shit.
Where'd you see it?
I saw it back in Florida when I was in Florida last week.
Oh yeah,
We know why
That-
Titus is a big Victoria's Secret guy, though.
because
Les Wexner, Ohio
Ohio
State,
State, yeah.
the billionaire Epstein.
oh okay,
the
all right,
Epstein
all right,
billionaire.
all right. I thought it was
booster.
just because
Yeah,
he
no,
liked
no.
attractive women and
No,
and
no, no,
scantily
no, no.
clad.
No, he's just a big Wexner
Yeah.
Epstein fan.
I just thought you liked titties.
Here's my question, because you mentioned you're kind of bemoaning lost malls. That used to be where we would get away from parents, right?
Right, yeah,
And
yeah.
you could hang out with your friends, meet girls, whatever. Where does that happen now?
They just go.
Oh,
They just go to the internet. They just go to the computer.
But but there's not like an unless you're going to like the Jay Guapo Pete Cardigan meetup. There's no like in person.
We need to talk about your obsession with hoopify in his world.
I fucking love Hoopify.
We need to talk about this, man. Something's wrong with you.
I can't get over it. It's a subculture that is apparently massive that I
Uh-huh.
just have no. Without Hoopify, I would have no awareness of it
Did
whatsoever.
you see his apology video? There's like hundreds of people in the streets surrounding a car of Hoopify throwing like bacon, egg, and cheeses out the window.
Well, he's hanging out with Dom the Troll.
What did
You
any
can't
of
hang
that
out
mean?
with Dom
I don't
the
know.
Troll.
I don't know, but I love it. I love Hoopify as well.
Hoopify had to issue an apology for like throwing bacon, egg, and cheese.
Addressing the bacon, egg, and cheese incident.
You know what made me? You know what
Look at the
solidified
nummies.
my fandom of him was he was he's like staying by my house, like, and he was
I knew you
living.
saw him in
I don't
your
know.
neighborhood, yeah.
However, he's temporarily hanging out by my house, whatever. And he was on a scooter, and my wife and I are outside, and I introduced my wife to him, and I was like, "This is." I was like, first of all, what's your name? I just know you use Hoopify. I was like, this is Hoopify. He does. And what do you do for us?
Right.
And he just goes, I do brain rot.
Yeah.
He's like, I just do brain rot.
He's a
content. And I was
literal-
like, this is fucking awesome that you.
He knows.
He knows. Yeah.
He's a
That
brain
won me
rot
over.
beat writer. Like after every busy weekend, he films a video on the
Sure.
way back to the airport. Like, hey guys, let me know if I missed any brain rot. I saw the rise of the 41 meme. I saw young girl on bicycle, but send anything that I missed my way.
He didn't even try to put lipstick on the page.
His real
Like,
name-
I just do brain rot.
His real name's like stupid, right? Like Stanley
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Henry.
Henry.
So, yeah. Okay.
But he's just hoop.
Is Henry stupid?
Yeah. It's old. What if I told you? Still with baseball. You know, we did the Fire Fest there. It is a shame that it got rained. That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That could have been an
it's
all-time
a bummer
scene.
for people that went and like,
Yeah.
the we talked about it before. Like, you go into these things, you know, you're not gonna be able to see shit. You know, it's like not gonna be the most fun. It's not gonna be the most like, you know, like you're locked in on the game type sporting experience. But it is something different. You want to say you've been there, and it sucks for the fans who I imagine drove. There's probably not a ton of people in Bristol that like I imagine there's a lot of people drove in for this. I don't know. Maybe
Apparently,
not.
you had to shuttle in. You had
Do you
to
think this
board
is all
multiple
Bristol people?
shuttles to get to the stadium.
Yeah,
from
but
where
they
you
probably
parked.
have a system out there.
My
They
thought is
do
a
it all
lot
the
of
time.
people drove like 2+ hours to
I would
get
think
be
so.
there, right?
I mean,
You know, and then,
91,000 people. Does that in and of itself make it a success?
I mean, box office, yeah. I mean, they made
Yeah.
money, but I guess, but like, they'll never do it again because it failed so
Yeah.
spectacularly. That does kind of suck.
But
It would have been cool. It's a once in a lifetime.
But they'll
thing.
do something else again. And I wish they just wouldn't. I just play baseball in baseball fields. I'm down for
Or a cornfield.
or a cornfield. The cornfield, the Alabama thing.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Which that is a
Play-
baseball field.
that is a baseball play. You know what? Play a game at Williamsport. Just see. I mean, like at
I don't think
on
that
the little league field. I
I don't
mean,
think that would ever work.
Is there a
played
plateau?
on a 200-foot fence.
Is there a plateau big enough to build a baseball field on,
Oh.
like in New Mexico?
Oh, that would be.
And then
Almost
you-
certainly, yeah.
You hit a home run and it goes just off the plateau,
That would
falls
be
like
sick.
1,000 feet.
Oh, you know the golf course in Africa where it's like a par 3 and it's like
No.
Yeah, like a-
15,000
like a mile
You
down.
just take like a helicopter.
You take a
right?
helicopter up there, yeah. Build a field where like the fence is, like the infield is up on the plateau and the outfielders are all down below. Wow. So picture this. We're just spitballing here, yeah. So the outfield's down there. The infield's up where the guy.
That's terrifying.
The pitcher stands up there, and the batter stands.
The batter's down there, yeah.
He tosses it down.
Yeah. What about that? What if we did that?
Did they do Churchill Downs with a horse running around them?
I don't know that a horse could.
Horse and baseball don't really
No,
mix.
that
I
doesn't
wouldn't
really make
think.
sense at all. Why would a horse be involved in baseball?
I wouldn't be shocked if they do like Mount Rushmore or something. There's like some sort of scenic
Yeah.
like, Americana backdrop.
TJ's right. Churchill Downs is probably going to do it one day. That makes sense.
Is it big
Yeah.
enough?
Oh,
They should do it.
Yeah, right.
Can they put
No,
a baseball field
It's a-
on Ellis Island.
there's not. I don't know.
Alcatraz.
On an island.
Alcatraz.
Alcatraz.
There's already a
Alcatraz.
baseball
Yeah,
field
they
on
have
Alcatraz.
they
right?
have like the prison yard. They
That'd
don't
be-
play baseball.
I'm
You
actually
just call
I'll
it the
sign up
Rock,
for that.
like the Rock
Rock-
Classic or something.
How are
dude.
fans-
All right, I might be talking myself out of my own stance here. I think I want a game on Alcatraz.
I think
I think that'd be fucking awesome.
playing it in the Shire in New Zealand would be pretty fantastic. They built out Holiday full out. You get beers at the Green Dragon afterwards.
Oh, what is he talking about?
What? He's nerding out.
This is nerd.
That's
nerding
not.
out.
That was not nerding out. That was a slightly nerdy comment.
That's where they did Lord of the Rings, correct?
yeah.
Where,
Mata, New Zealand.
You could play one baseball game in the Star Wars universe, Connor. Where's
Holy
it taking?
shit.
Yeah. Is it
I
on
mean,
Hoth?
If you need more
No,
time,
no.
Listen, if you need more time to think about it, you can tell us tomorrow.
Is it on Nanu?
Tell
Nanu?
us.
Naboo.
Naboo was what I first thought of because of the
Naboo
open
jumps off
fields.
the page. Yeah,
You gotta
beautiful.
think. You gotta.
They got Nobus in Star Wars.
No, Naboo.
Connor, could you imagine?
I'll give a top 3 later.
Could you imagine what the stadiums are like on Coruscant? Got to be insane. I mean, it gotta be.
Is that the one that's
Two-
a
two-
full city?
Yeah,
I-
full city
the whole
planet.
planet is.
Oh,
But-
I just
yeah.
guessed.
Mark and I disagree on this. If you have a ballpark right in the middle of a densely populated city, I don't know if that's the move. Like right in the heart of
Yeah,
it.
you're right. Wrigley
Wait, what do
Field
you?
kind of
Yeah,
stinks.
what do you mean?
No.
What?
That's an exception, but I love how the Phillies are like removed from the city. It's got its own complex. It's got like, whereas Mark is very much like, no, take public transit. Like you should.
I
be
think
able
it's
to walk.
better to have
Bro,
it.
The Superdome is downtown New Orleans. It's fucking
It's
incredible.
fucking incredible,
you walk out,
dude. You
you're
walk-
on
yeah.
Bourbon Street.
Every stadium should be in the city their jerseys say they're in.
Right. But the Philadelphia
That's-
like still hosts the Phillies and the Eagles and the Flyers and the Sixers, but it's its own part.
It's
of
out by the
city.
interstate,
in the
like
middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's just how I was raised. I liked being.
So just
separate.
say that it's
That's just what
Philly does it one
you
way,
say. That's what you're familiar with.
and everything should be done the Philly.
But I wouldn't want to have Coruscant have a baseball field.
like Boston, Fenway's right there in the middle. You can walk to Fenway from all the
Yeah.
hotels downtown.
Philly's great because they give you like a good tailgating experience
Correct.
around it. Like the way the Mets are set up is abysmal. Where
Oh,
it's out in the
well,
middle
that's
of
New
nowhere
York.
and there's nothing there.
That's
And,
New
and,
York.
and Coruscant would be very
The Yankees
comparable
is
to New
great.
York, so I'm out on a baseball field in Coruscant.
You're fucking.
I'll give my
Kansas City has the same thing Philly
Crazy.
has. They have the baseball and football right next.
Yeah,
to
and I think
each
they're
other.
very actively trying to leave it.
Yeah, it's
The
also
baseball
like
team is.
out in the middle of not in the middle of nowhere, but you kind of have to drive out of the city
Cloud City, Connor.
to get out there.
Some scenic views in Cloud City.
now that's
Oh, they're still doing.
On the Death Star?
maybe.
Oh,
Well, yeah, I'll prepare a list.
definitely enough room.
All right. If I told you, Mark, that one team and one team only have a winning record in their franchise history over the New York Yankees,
Oh wow,
the winningest team in pro sport,
Yeah.
American pro sports,
right. Synonymous with baseball, I would say, like
Yeah.
internationally, like they are the baseball team, right?
And
That's
they
the only
pretty
baseball
much-
team that a lot of people know.
have run everybody since the beginning of time. The Florida Marlins just swept not the Florida Marlins, the Miami Marlins. What are they? The Miami Marlins just swept the Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
They have a winning record. They're the only team in baseball with a winning record over the Yankees in their history.
25 and
No,
24.
that's not. That's
go.
Not, that's
25 and 24.
That can't be true.
The Marlins have a winning
How?
record over the Yankees.
How?
Beat them in the World Series,
Yep.
That's right. Yeah.
and they swept them this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That's how.
Oh, that's
Now-
it.
Yeah.
That's
That easy.
Wait,
Well,
did the World Series games count?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's including postseason.
Okay. All right. Well, excuse me, guys.
That's the crazy part, though. The sweep is the first time they've ever swept the Yankees, and yet they have the winning record. That doesn't make any sense.
Well,
to me.
I would have to ask because it looks like not only were the Yankees spending the entire weekend losing, they were doing so in fucking hilarious fashion.
Spectacularally.
They were
The
just
Friday night loss is like just give it like all the tears.
there was just
Delicious tears.
everybody they traded for came in and failed.
Yeah,
And then
literally all three relievers they traded for came in and blew a 5-run lead.
and their fielders couldn't field and their runners couldn't run. Now Sunday, Jazz Chisholm is getting doubled off on a pop up second base.
No hyperbole. This is the worst play I've ever seen on a
I gotta
Major League
see it.
Baseball
I gotta
field.
see it.
This is the
What
worst.
happened, Jack?
This is the worst play in the history of Major League Baseball.
Look at this. It's right there.
Edwards fires the first.
no fucking way.
Now
What?
you might
He wasn't trying. It was like the home run derby.
What the fuck
He just
happened?
froze. He was just watching it.
He wasn't
What
trying.
happened?
Maybe he was like,
We'll be back.
yeah, he just froze.
that announcer is
Froze.
so disgusted.
Okay,
Do you think it was a foul ball?
Now you might
The A's announcer?
you might be wondering what happened after that. Did Aaron Boone take him out of the game?
Uh-huh.
Did he get on his
Well,
ass?
surely, the Yankee
The next half inning,
organization I know, that's what they would do.
they showed the dugout, and Aaron Boone was absolutely cussing out the first base coach. Like,
Yeah, gotta tell him to get
why does a
back.
grown man have to say "get back" on a pop up to second base? That was crazy.
That's pretty bad.
Then I think they asked Jazz Chisholm, "Would you?" We asked such stupid questions. Would you do it again differently, or would you do it again?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah," or something like that.
Like, would you have that playback? Like, would you do it differently next
do
time
it?
around? He's like, no, not really.
Don't give him an inch.
I
just said it-
probably would do it
right?
differently. I'd
Yeah.
probably knock it out. That's just me.
Mark, did you ever get
Respectfully.
hit from a coach with the if you want to watch the game, buy a fucking
That's
ticket?
yeah.
That's a classic buy a ticket play right there.
TJ, how you doing with the Yankees not remembering how to play baseball?
My Yankees fandom, unlike our intern Wyatt's Yankees fandom, is very, very passive until it becomes too late for it to be passive. What I mean by that is the Yankees can't affect me if I don't acknowledge that they're real.
So your Yankees fandom is contingent on them winning enough to keep you as a fan
Being
that
good.
year.
They
Yeah.
break my
there-
spirit year after year after
Oh,
year.
fair
Is there
weather.
a term
I am
for
a
that?
fair weather fan, and I will accept that. I will tune in when the playoffs start,
Wow.
and hopefully I don't get too emotional about it because last year I did, and it was bad.
All right.
They look
Wait,
awful.
time
What?
out. Time out.
Real timeout?
How are you able to dispassionately disassociate with your team in the middle of a season, yet when they lose in the playoffs, it affects you emotionally? That
Right.
seems like there's a person who gets affected emotionally is also not the kind of person who can turn it off. So how are you able to do that?
I just don't watch.
No, that you didn't answer the question. You said the functional reason of how you actually don't do it.
Right.
How can someone who gets so emotional that when they lose actually be able to turn it off? He's gonna say I don't watch again.
I think
Yeah,
it's just
I don't
there's so many years of buildup that there's a deep rooted passion there, but I can't do the day to day anymore. It's just the Yankees are not the Yankees I once grew up.
It's like
loving.
watching the World Cup, right? Every 4 years, you convince yourself that you're in love with the
Yeah.
U.S. men's team, and
Yep.
you go to the bars, you sing the songs, you cheer your ass off, you act all pissed off when you lose. It's like you're cosplaying. You just dress up for a little bit.
I mean,
I just know what I know what the Aaron Boone Yankees are going to do to me. But know that they're going to play great for some months and then play like fucking morons for some months and then
like every baseball team.
backdoor into the playoffs and
Yeah, they were in
then
the World Series last year, right?
yeah.
won
And
the
what
pennant.
happened in the World? They were they
They won the pennant.
they won the
it was shockingly the pennant doesn't count. I thought
Wait, so you don't?
You're allowed
They
to
won the
enjoy-
pennant. They won the World Series.
Here's the
they,
thing.
they lost in hilariously embarrassing fashion.
You're
in the
allowed
World
to
Series.
enjoy
They were
the-
embarrassed.
the little victories along the way. You're allowed to enjoy
Yeah.
your team being in it at the trade deadline. You're allowed to enjoy you turn on the TV in August and your team's got a winning record.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
That's what baseball's about. That's the joy of baseball is following and just like believing and the playoffs roll around you. It becomes soul crushing. I'm like I might be the opposite. I might not watch the playoffs because playoffs will fuck you up. The
Right.
the ride is so
Stakes are too
fun
big.
throughout the summer of just like you got to throw a game on every day, kill 2 to 3 hours,
There's like no
get out to the
enjoyable-
ballpark. Like that is awesome. That's the joy
great.
of baseball. Yeah.
There's no enjoyable moment watching postseason baseball. Even when
No.
you're winning, it sucks.
No, dude, doing out math in like the third inning where you're just like, okay, we only need how many more outs?
Yeah.
We're up by 2. Do you think this lead in the third will hold? All right, if we can just get okay, so we'll face their number 3 hitter, I think 2 more times if we throw a perfect game from here. So that shit is
That's when you know you're alive.
it's agonizing.
though.
Yeah. No, it's
Also,
awesome. Yeah.
That's when you get, or at least I do, I get exceedingly drunk drinking liquor. So I find it's the only way to handle high leverage baseball without like every pitch feeling like a mini panic attack.
Oh no.
It's also like the Yankees, like the Yankees fandom has come to expect that they're going to
What?
be in the World Series every year.
Why are we still talking about the Yankees?
Why did Connor say, "Oh no"?
How'd you know that?
Oh no, I was just talking about. First of all, my headphones went out and I couldn't hear if that was actually on the microphone.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, there we go.
And
well, I was.
in a transition from T-Bob, you just said, "Oh no."
I was oh no to because I've had that moment too where I get legitimately drunk because I get so nervous
Gotta get
watching the
hammered.
game.
Again,
Yeah,
"Oh no"
way
was
to
just a
handle
weird.
Oh no.
Did I say that?
I agree with
my headphones. I couldn't hear if that was actually picked up on the mic.
If
My
I
headphones
agree
went
with
out.
what somebody said, I wouldn't go, "Oh no."
No, I had PTSD myself from those
Oh,
high
no.
leverage
You
moments.
softly oh no.
I
no.
met somebody today.
Don't drink the liquor, T-Bob. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Sorry.
It's like Michael Jackson on South Park.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's ignorant. Oh.
I'll leave the room for a second if you guys would like me to.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave the room and
Think about what
find
you
someone
did.
to replace you.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, sounds good. Bye, guys.
See ya, man.
Not to get off baseball right now, but I am currently watching college basketball.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Why?
You were watching TBT?
Right this
No.
second?
Is that
Yeah.
what you're?
What are you watching?
The Baja Mar Hoops Summer League is going. It's Murray State versus Calgary.
What the fuck?
Those things, that's happening?
Yeah, it's Murray
Yeah.
State Racers versus the Calgary
No shit.
Dinos.
Calgary, they're my Canadian team.
Yeah.
Calgary might be winning. Calgary.
They're only down 9.
Okay, that's a
Down 9
win.
first half,
That's a
yeah.
win. Yeah, Calgary's they're a squad.
Are they? They're good up there?
Yeah.
Carleton Ravens were the program that like they had a John Wooden-esque run where they were just
Okay.
winning every championship, and then Calgary won a couple.
So a booster was buying all
Pull
the
up.
championships and
Yeah, exactly. Pull up the Calgary. Oh!
Whoa!
what we got here?
Kevin
Connor,
Clark.
nice job,
What's up?
dude. Nice job.
Good to see you.
It's television's Kevin Clark.
What's up?
Wearing
I
a
was in the neighborhood.
Wearing a University of Miami jacket.
ACC this year. Charlotte.
Well, what just happened? Well, the lights all went on.
Lights on.
Connor,
Yeah.
turn the lights on.
What's going on?
Well,
hey,
Connor,
can I
turn the
can I
lights
Brought a
shout out?
shit ton of people.
Can I? Oh, it's just 2.
Okay.
You guys have
What's up?
3, 4.
What's up?
Right.
I don't know.
We can trade if you'd like.
A lot.
Jack just flew in from his bachelor party to be here.
Boy, is he
Let's
tired.
go, Jack.
Hey, Jack.
He's
I
a
like-
Miami,
What's up,
Ohio Red Hawk.
Well, why is he wearing an
Wait,
SEC hoodie?
Yeah, what's the SEC hoodie about?
Long story. My buddy gave it to me at my bachelor party because I'm a Buckeye.
Wait. He's Miami of Ohio, and he's a Buckeye.
Yeah.
And he's wearing an SEC.
That'll
hoodie.
And he's wearing an SEC.
That'll happen.
Yeah. My buddy gave it to me at my bachelor party because I'm a Buckeye, and I sent him he's a Texas fan. So after we beat them last year in the CFP, I sent him an Ohio against the world flag. So this was his little clap back.
So Texas fans have already embraced that.
Week one's a big week.
SEC.
Yeah.
But I noticed he didn't give you a Texas.
Right. SEC.
He got you an SEC.
Correct.
Yeah.
Are Texas fans the only people purchasing those polos that have all the SEC logos on them?
No, I think there's
South Carolina.
I think there's several fan bases that are A&M. Yeah, A&M's big. I bet Missouri gets them too. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of a certain conference or anything.
Probably
I'm just
Mississippi State. Any of the lesser SEC teams probably going to be in that number.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd wear that.
No.
No,
Huh?
that
You
looks
wear that?
awful, bro.
Look at what I'm wearing now, guys. You think I'm high fashion?
No, that's cool.
No, it's not high.
Who the fuck am I?
It's just.
I think that's Skittles.
This is something I would wear. It's loud. It's obnoxious. You only wear it if you're an asshole.
Yeah,
that's
that's you. That's
I
you.
guess that
That's
is.
you. That's Brandon.
kind of checks out, does it not?
That is Brandon Walker. You doing training camp?
Doing training
tours?
camp, yeah.
You Chicago, I imagine.
They're doing Green Bay tomorrow, and then Detroit. We're skipping Chicago. We're doing this.
You
instead.
came
Well,
to
you-
Chicago.
You're in Chicago right now.
Well, I
should
can't
just go to
I can't
Chicago.
just show up and say like, Caleb, can I have 10 minutes?
Chicago
process.
are the Bears training? Is it just because I live here,
Yeah.
or is it because it actually is? Or the Bears training camp feels to be like it seems to be the training camp to talk about. It seems like every time Ben Johnson gets in front of a microphone, he's like basically saying we suck.
We suck, yeah.
And then Bears fans cope with that as like, no, this is good. He's actually
Yeah.
he's challenging the
Hell yeah.
team and he's
It's
flushing out all the bad.
It's really hard this time of year because I remember going to the Bengals' second training camp with Burrow, and he was like, I just see, I don't have no vision. I see a wall of people. Jamar Chase was saying, remember he was dropping a bunch of passes and saying the NFL ball was painted differently. and there was like a blunt honesty of like, this sucks. It's like August 7th.
Yeah.
But it was because they knew what winning looked like. And then you go places where like, this sucks, and they go 2-15. So like,
Yeah.
you gotta figure out
so
sometimes.
the Bears will either go 2-15
Yeah.
or be good this year.
So sometimes when they say this sucks,
It's good.
they're right.
Yeah.
This absolutely sucks.
We actually suck. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta look deeper.
I
You
have
got to figure out who's saying it sucks. If Joe Burrow says it sucks, then it probably is in the middle of a grueling process that will result in wins.
yeah.
But like if it's a quarterback who sucks, who's like this sucks, that's
Yeah.
when things are getting
So
bad.
If
what's
Caleb
your,
Williams says it at this point in his career, he hasn't.
Yeah,
His
If he's-
barometer of suck probably isn't as
How do you
as honed
interpret-
in.
yeah.
How do you interpret?
I mean, he's missing. Did you guys see the clip of him missing the nets the other day?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw that.
That seems like a pretty straightforward. This sucks. Like that doesn't seem like a
Spin zone.
processy suck.
He just holds himself to a high standard, right? and
That's
he just
right.
wants to get it right.
Also
and that's
sp-
why he was so frustrated.
Also, spin zone. There are no nets on the field when you're playing.
I was thinking about that.
You-
Well,
you throw to
Rodgers.
people. Just
Pull up the clip of Aaron Rodgers.
This
and
is-
you can
this is
find it.
bad.
This is comical.
This is not good. So when Aaron Rodgers was in Green Bay, he used to do the net drill where you'd throw into a bucket, and he would nail them from like 70 yards out. It was the craziest
really?
thing I've ever seen. And like that's what a good
that's the standard. That's what
quarterback
we-
should be
yeah,
doing in
yeah.
practice when there's a net. The net, there is a pretty low bar to clear with the net, guys. Like you should be hitting the net.
Yeah, the net's not moving either.
The net's not.
Are you going to all 32 training camps?
No, I used to do a lot, and
Yeah.
then I used to do 20 and 21 days, and then you just get to like Indianapolis, and you're like, what am I
What's
doing?
the-
It's all the same.
What am I doing? Like,
Yeah.
what am I going to waste Chris Ballard's time for 15 minutes? How's the team looking? Like,
But you
it's
have
not-
you have that like crisis when you get to Indianapolis specifically. Is it? I
Well,
noticed you picked
Indianapolis is
I
a
noticed
good
you picked
example.
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
as
In
like-
49 states, it's just depression.
I noticed you picked Indy as like the. I get to Indy and I'm like, what the fuck am I
Well,
doing with my life?
They're a good example because they're geographically convenient. So sometimes
Yeah.
you go there just because it's like, oh, I'm going to go from
Yeah.
Green Bay to Nashville or whatever. And then you stop there, and then all of a sudden you're like, I actually don't have any Shane Steichen questions.
What's the so what does training camp entail for you? What do you like?
So we're
are you
filming
on
for
the?
the
are
show.
you get on the field? Do you like mosey around and like
Throw some passes.
or do you just stand there with your arms? Like what is what does the flow look like?
Find a tackling
Don't
dummy
talk to
and
me about the
attack it.
content you're getting, Kevin.
Yeah,
I want to know
no.
what the flow behind the scenes of like as you're moving and
Like I watch
you're talking
practice.
to?
I like to watch
Yeah.
practice.
okay.
Like it's good. You can see it. The number one thing, and you'll know, like the one-on-ones are the most important
Oh, yeah.
thing. Like we were in Buffalo yesterday, and you can watch 11 on 11s or 7 on 7s. You kind of have an understanding of what's going on. But then when you see like Joey Bosa go against a random right tackle, and you're like, oh, I get it now. Like I understand.
Yeah.
Joey Bosa was going like 40% effort and just put a little spin move on this guy, and then just like jog to the quarterback. That's the coolest thing to me. Is just seeing the pure talent and like just strength. And so one-on-ones, whether it's DBs, wide receivers, offensive line versus defensive line, that's when I think you can see it the clearest. It's almost like, I love college football because it's so obvious what's happening. Like the guys are open by 30 yards. The defensive linemen are getting mauled if they're good in the trench or they're bad in the trenches. Like you see that level of training camp where it's like some guy is undrafted. You can pretty clearly see like, oh, that's a 6th round pick against a 1st round pick.
Yeah. And like the physical differences of Joey Bosa's just got tree trunk legs.
Dude, when you see an O lineman
going up
or a DB that can win the one-on-one drill, that's when you know that dude's fucking animal.
Yeah.
Because like that is a drill that is slanted for the O line, for the D line to win, and for the corners for the receivers to win. So if you can hold it down in there,
that sounded like an O lineman's point of view. Though.
No, it's true, Kevin. Would you agree? I mean, there's no wash. There's no wash. There's no nothing. Like it's just.
So I actually talked to Deion Dawkins about this yesterday. I was like, tell me something you don't know. I don't know about offensive line play. And it was actually similar to what Wilt Campbell said about how, like, if you win 95% of the time, you end up working at Amazon, basically, if you're an offensive lineman. He was like, imagine DBs who have to win every single rep. That's our job. Like, we have to go, like, 5 years without losing a rep. That's basically how you become an elite offensive lineman. That's great.
Off the football field, I have a real quick question.
Yeah.
We don't have to spend a whole lot of time on it, but when Mark was going on paternity leave, Bob Ryan called him a piece of shit.
That's right. He called him
I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, I agree.
Did y'all? Is that a thought process that goes throughout the Around the Horn community that he's a piece of shit?
Was that the Around the Horn group chat?
Yeah. Where do you think it came from? It wasn't unauthorized by any means. No, I do think he's a piece of shit. I don't think it's a paternity leave thing.
Okay, all right.
I don't think
What Bob Ryan?
What did he call you a piece of shit for?
He called me a shithead.
Oh, shithead. He called me a
shithead. Who is this shithead?
You shit on
what were we talking about?
I had an impassioned rant about the state of NBA basketball and the stars that they are promoting.
It was right after the Thunder one.
Was it? It was SGA, right?
Yeah.
No. It wasn't after the Thunder one. It was after the Pacers one. It was when the Pacers had him. The Pacers had him beat, and then Halliburton.
Who is this shithead?
For his Achilles. This rant was after Game 6, Brandon.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and I stand by every word.
Okay, I just like the Around.
But also,
it
was incredible to just like drop that bomb and then just leave the show for a while.
You know what?
He's calling me a shithead, and I'm just like at home with my baby, just like, laughing at
the
absurdity of.
I agree. How is parenting, by the way? This is us. By the way, I just want to clear this up. This is Titus and I catching up in front of an entire
of everybody.
Like I haven't seen him since the Super Bowl. We're friends, and I was like, hey, let's catch up, and he was like, let's do it live. So now we're like streamers.
All right, catch up, boys.
No, I just want to know how parenthood is.
Oh, it's pretty good so far.
Yeah.
My wife does all the work, so that makes it easier.
That's cool. That's a good thing to put out.
I've perfected the figuring out when she's kind of wrapping up the feeding or the diaper change or whatever, and then showing up and be like, anything I can do to help? Yeah. And then she's like, I'm kind of done with everything. Yes, I've perfected that, but no, it's great. I fuck it. In all seriousness, I love it. I stare at my child and just like cry randomly.
I cry a lot more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you've cried at?
Poop.
Yeah, okay. That's a little weirder than I was.
Like, the fart, like the wet fart, and then you're just like, I don't know. When they haven't pooped for a while and then they poop and you're like, oh my God, you're healthy after all.
Oh, that's an actual sentimental cry.
Oh,
I thought that was an overwhelmed cry.
Yeah. No, not like over, like happy. Just
cry.
like you're happy that like all the pipes are working. All the
still
flushing
get
out all the
nervous
pipes and all the
with the hiccuping.
Yeah. But now it's
a
still
classic first. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is like a little.
Like, are you okay?
Very dramatic. Yeah, like. No, it's great though. You feel like life didn't make sense before this, and then now all of a sudden, like, I get it now.
Everything is a sense of order. You also get to do your childhood for a second time, which is important. Like the other day, my son loves baseball, and I found a video of Cookie Monster singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," and I was like, hell yeah! Like it was like Christopher Nolan had a new movie or something. You're just like, oh hell yeah! I got settled in for 4.5 minutes of Cookie Monster.
Yeah,
like it's a little bit of that, which is good.
I have a team I want to talk about. NFL team.
Okay.
I'm going to say 2 words. You just take it from there.
Okay.
Denver Broncos.
They're really good.
I think.
They're really good, and Bo Nix is good.
I think are they sneaky? Are they?
I don't know.
I don't
know who are they sneaking up on.
Bo Nix being good's bullshit.
I don't know. I feel like last year
it sucks.
I don't like it.
I think
he shouldn't be good.
How good the rookie quarterback class was last year, like
Yeah.
going into the season, like the expectations with them, and then
Yeah.
Bo Nix was like kind of the forgotten guy, but then by the end of the year, I think like people were on to like how well he was playing, but I think
but
the idea of Bo Nix with Sean Payton and the Denver Bronco defense excites me, Kevin. Am I
it makes sense.
wrong to be excited about?
I want to take the Knicks point first, and I think that as college guys, you'll understand. Like, it makes total sense that last year's quarterback class was amazing because it was a bunch of COVID guys who played 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
And then in the portal, you can just keep switching teams until you find your destiny, right? Like, that's the Cam Ward story. That's the Bo Nix story. Michael Penix obviously would not have had the same success in the draft. Jaden Daniels at Arizona State wouldn't have had the same success. And so they were able to find an offense and a home and able to thrive and stay in school enough to figure it out. And so it makes sense that last year there were like 5 or 6 good quarterbacks. And it's also funny that of the first round picks, the worst performer was the guy who went 3 and done and can't hit a net now.
Is it early to say there's 5 or 6 good quarterbacks in that class?
Yeah.
We haven't seen JJ.
We haven't seen JJ.
Caleb hasn't done it yet. Penix hasn't really done it yet.
Jaden is good.
Jaden's
Penix is good. Penix, people love Penix.
Yeah.
People love his deep passing and stuff like that. I'm reserving judgment on the entire Falcons operation, but I think he's probably at least decent.
You drafting Pitts in fantasy? Kyle Pitts?
No.
Back? Is he back?
Why would you do that?
Because Michael Penix.
I don't know why
dude.
this is happening again.
No, because Michael Penix. Michael Penix says it's not happening. There's a clip the other day. He said,
like, I'm going to throw to Kyle Pitts.
He said, I'm going to throw to Kyle Pitts. Fuck yeah.
I haven't been locked in on Kyle Pitts' career.
Do you know how
But
bad
he
it has to be when you have to announce that you're going to throw to a guy?
Hell yeah.
Like, that's a really bad thing. Like, if you...
Does Kyle Pitts suck, or does the stuff around him sucks? But he had insane hype, right? Like he was.
Yeah, he was number 4 pick, right?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be the best
and he's
tight end ever.
Yeah.
But is it his fault? Where do we place the blame?
Yeah,
Him
probably
not-
a little bit.
It's his fault.
No,
Probably a little bit.
it's still Arthur Smith's fault.
Yeah.
Everything, him, Bijan, it's all Arthur Smith's fault. This is
Just everything.
Everything.
Anything bad that happens.
Bijan's good though. What would Bijan be?
well, he's
somebody's
good because Arthur Smith
Bijan's
left.
good.
He
I
wasn't
see.
good before Arthur Smith left.
fault? All right.
That's no. Like that's not. He's fine. It's not Arthur Smith's fault.
I'm gonna ask about a team
Yeah.
who's slightly more dysfunctional.
Okay.
Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Oh,
They got some shit going on. Have you heard?
I've talked about it a lot.
Okay.
I don't know. It's funny that like Jerry Jones loves professional wrestling shit in July and August, and then the one guy is like, "Yeah, I don't want to do this," and the entire organization has crumbled immediately. Like that's funny to me is that Jerry sees it as sparring and like fireworks and all that stuff, and Mike is like, "Can I just please sign this contract?"
Yeah.
And the entire thing is caving in immediately. And like I saw Dan Orlovsky make the point that this is like the biggest problem Jerry's had since the 90s. I kind of agree. Like
wow.
He's had a lot of problems since the 90s, though, hasn't he?
on the field.
It feels like it's 4 or 5 every 4 or 5 years. It's something's imploding out there.
His best player requested a trade, which none of those other guys did. CD never did.
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott went to Cabo. Like there was a playbook on how to beat Jerry Jones. It was just don't show up to camp, go to Cabo, and then you get a deal on like August 14th.
Pretty good playbook.
It is a great playbook. And instead, Mike was like, I don't want to be. Unfortunately, I don't want to be here, which is a really funny quote card that I'll be using for a long time. But I think that I think there's a real possibility that it's real. Although having said that, like I thought Myles Garrett thing was real. I thought sometimes
That's right.
go,
Myles Garrett did this something similar.
There's a real element sometimes in these things. It's like I think the waitress is flirting with me kind of thing. Like, this is for real this time. Like this is a real deal. Like sometimes you see these contracts and you're like, oh, this is the real thing, and then it's like, nope, no, they're just gonna extend for four more years. Everything's about money in the NFL.
Jerry made
they have
it
no
seem
leverage.
like the agent, like they were all cool with the agent not being there in the conversations, and now Parsons is painting it like the agent's been held out. What is the truth of the matter?
Well, Jerry didn't want to negotiate with the agents. Apparently, he does this all the time. He's like, oh, let's just do this on a napkin right now at a bar instead of
The old wildcatter.
Yeah, that's how I'm sure that's how he does a lot of his business, which is like, let's just get a couple beers and sit on a patio and figure this out. But like David Mulugeta and some of these agents are not going to do that. So, oops, it's 2025.
But NFL agents aren't new. He's been dealing with shit like this.
No, but it sounds
for
he's been
decades
trying to
and decades.
circumvent it, and apparently this is the first time it's ever come out that he doesn't like doing this. He doesn't like dealing with agents.
That's old school. Yeah, that's why they
old
keep winning
Wildcatter bone.
championships.
Yeah, it's like it's an awesome ideal in theory.
If it worked,
If it
would
works,
be
yeah,
incredible.
it's a great thing to say, but then now when it's causing a problem, you're like, what a fucking idiot.
He'd be like a Netflix show if it worked.
Yeah.
I'd watch that all the time.
You know, we don't do contracts here in Dallas.
No.
Just do
We don't.
handshake.
They should be the first. Like go
Yeah.
from. That would be the new
Yeah.
frontier. It's just no. Go
There's
from
no contract.
unguaranteed contracts, just no contracts.
We do.
Everybody's week to week.
Only contract we need is looking a man in the eye and saying, that's all you need.
Yeah, we're also 1-16 because all the players left.
That's kind of how the portal works now.
All right, let's talk
Yeah,
about
100%.
True.
Let's talk about what everybody in this room wants to talk about. I mean,
Yeah.
I know you are paid to talk about the NFL, Kevin, but your heart is in college, and your
Yeah.
heart is with the Miami Hurricanes.
It
Your
is.
heart is with Charlie Brown trying to kick the football down there in Miami, and
They won 10
get him-
games last year.
Yeah, but the two they lost.
Should have won
man.
more.
Yeah, I know. I was
Why
there.
didn't they go?
How
for it
how
on
do we
fourth down?
feel about the state of Miami football heading into a year where Carson Beck will be?
there?
What's
present?
what's the
Present?
smoke on the Beck Street?
Your quarterback.
I think that they're much more well-rounded than last year. The defense last year was the worst defense I've seen in Miami in a long time.
Yeah,
if they had 2023's defense with Cam Kitchens and James Williams in the back last year, they would have competed for the national championship. But that's just that's just not how it works. A lot of times, offenses and defenses just don't work. And so last year's defense, like if they won a couple playoff games last year, it would have been because they were Baker Mayfield, Oklahoma. Like they would have had to win 50-48. This year, it's gonna be much more realistic. I think Carson Beck can get the hand. Like I'm a little concerned about the wide receivers, but there'll be somebody who steps up, JoJo Trader or whatever. And then the defense, they just went and got so many bodies at defensive back that I think they'll figure that out. Again, they addressed last year's problems this year. And so they open up with Notre Dame, then they have Florida in the last week of September. I think they probably split those September games, drop an ACC game, and then we're looking at Charlotte with 2 losses.
You don't play Clemson, right? In regular season?
No.
Are they obviously the second best behind Clemson in the
Yeah.
ACC?
That appears to be the.
I would say so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then Louisville
Group
probably
think.
third. Louisville or SMU.
Yeah, with maybe Georgia Tech outside of them. Yeah, I had Carson Beck going into last year as my number 1 quarterback in the country.
Yeah.
I think he has number 1 draft pick potential in his arm and his body. What's going on up here?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I just don't know how whatever went wrong at Georgia. There was a disconnect. I don't know if he liked being there, if they liked him at all. I don't know if going to Miami and getting all your Bugattis stolen and everything is what the fix for what's going on up here.
How sick is it to have a Bugatti?
Probably pretty sick.
Did he break up with that girl that he
did like
yeah.
pretty immediately.
He went there for her, and then
Yeah, it's kind of a classic.
Well,
That's
he
kind of a
was-
classic Miami tale.
They also
all right?
broke up and she got a boob job.
They
Yeah,
were
she
on-
got some
really?
add-ons.
Yeah, again, classic Miami tale.
Well, they were on a weekend trip together, and he
Yeah.
was actively like snapping other girls and stuff.
Were
right?
they on
And
a
she
break?
busted
that's
him.
right. That's right.
They were on vacation together.
They were on vacation
That'd be a
together
tough-
when he got
That'd be a
caught.
tough break.
They were on a break from reality, though.
Okay, is that a
Yeah,
vacation?
that's-
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
a vacation.
That's
Yeah,
count.
for sure.
And then she went at him in a Kai Trump vlog.
Yeah. See, all of this stuff doesn't add up to inspiring confidence.
Yeah, Kai Trump is on our golf team.
That's
And
Miami
so,
football.
Yeah, she talked to the Cavenders at a UFC event.
Kai Trump is on the Miami golf team?
She is.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
She's also like an IRL streamer now, I guess.
Again, kind of like this, kind of like
Like
how
Carson
we're supposed
Daly?
to catch up.
yeah.
And now we're just doing it
Just
live.
do it on the show.
All right, I gotta go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that was fast.
You're doing better shows here, right?
Yeah.
Just doing other shows.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm around.
Okay.
We'll catch up. We'll catch up later.
Don't
You're,
see
you're going. You're going to. Well, you flew in today.
Drove.
Where'd you drive from?
Indianapolis.
No, Indianapolis is where
Last camp was
Indianapolis
last camp
is
was
the-
Buffalo,
Okay,
so I needed to get into the
Yeah.
Midwest and I go Green Bay and then Detroit.
Okay.
You
And-
drove from Buffalo to here,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're driving to Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
They got planes.
If you do one plane and it gets delayed on this kind of thing because you're doing a camp a day, you're totally screwed. I've taken one flight in 14 years doing this.
What's Green Bay from here? 4 hours?
And then Detroit's 6 hours.
Feel like you could have knocked out Detroit, and then, but that okay. Hey,
It's the dates. It's when I can get when Penny Sewell is available.
Okay, fair enough.
That's part of it. By the way, look forward to my Penny Sewell interview later this
All
week.
right.
Yeah,
Good plug.
let's go.
All right, Kevin. See you, buddy.
See ya.
All right, Kev. Thanks, man.
Kevin Clark.
Kevin Clark.
Oh, Eba. Oh,
This is football.
Oh, what?
Eba. Hold on, Kevin. You just say what you said before the
Oh,
show.
I said we're the nerds that are ruining football. Me and you.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Just
okay.
him. Kevin
All right,
just
see you,
him.
Kevin.
Just T-Bone. Refused to
I
stand
forgot
with
about
him.
that. You're supposed to confront him. He said before he's like Kevin Clark's. Yeah. He's
I think you would
ruining
fall under the
football.
umbrella of the guys that you like to be like the nerds are rooting nerds like Ebo are rooting football.
Yeah.
Vuori is incredibly versatile and comfortable, perfect for whatever your day brings, designed to look great beyond the gym, whether you're running errands, heading to the office, or meeting up with friends. Their core short is soft, lightweight, 4-way performance stretch, moves with you, no restriction, and it's available in 3 inseam options. A perfect fit for every single preference. Ebo, what do you like about Vuori? Tell me right now.
FPs everywhere. Foundational pieces, shirts, pants, shoes, FPs.
Those are the big 3.
Yeah.
Vuori is an investment in your happiness. For our listeners, they're offering 20% off your first purchase. Get yourself some of the most comfortable and versatile clothing on the planet at vuori.com/mostly. That's VUORI.com/mostly. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Go to vuori.com/mostly. Discover the versatility of Vuori clothing. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. VUORI.com/mostly for 20% off your first purchase.
Bad news. I think Kevin Clark may be bad luck for our Calgary Dinos. They were down 9. They are now down 56-28 heading.
Oh my goodness.
I hate that. I hate it. It's early. A lot of basketball left to be played. He had a little posse.
He did have a posse.
I was not anticipating that. What a come up for my guy.
It was intimidating going out there and getting them. I was like, oh, who are these guys?
Yeah.
And I had to.
Dude, he's I love just like walking around the gym and like some ESPN he's on every show seemingly now. So ESPN show will be on and Kevin's just banging the table just like I said for the last goddamn time the Rams will win 9 games. You're like, I love it, Kevin.
I saw
fitting it nicely.
I'm guessing he started as a writer, then podcast Ringer, then now ESPN.
I worked with him at
football?
the Ringer. Yeah, we go back to all the way back like 5 years ago to
Back in the mines, huh?
all the way back to the good old days. Yeah, Kevin. He was always fascinated by me because I would show up to the Ringer offices wearing gym shorts.
I was going to say he always dresses nice.
In
For his
fact, try to
interviews,
find-
he's always suit and tie.
This is a little bit of a self-suck, but try to find. I don't know how often he posts on Instagram, but one time he posted a picture of me, and I walk into the Ringer office just wearing like a t-shirt and gym shorts, and he's like, "We have to get a picture." Just immediately, as soon as he saw me, he's like, "We got to get a picture." I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "What the fuck are you wearing?" He's always like you said, dressed.
Just nice.
But you don't even wear gym shorts here.
Yeah, I know. I that is funny. I think I dress
Well,
better now than I did back then.
Yeah, that was 5 years ago.
But yeah, he was like he took a picture of us and just put it on his Instagram just to make fun of me for how I was dressed. But yeah, he's doing well. I like to see some people leave the Ringer and they get on TV and
Have you ever
make tons
Googled-
of money and get to see their dreams come true, and others just hitch their wagon to Brandon Walker.
It's a good wagon. It's a good
Hell yeah.
fat wagon.
Go down with the ship. With,
Y'all ready to go ahead and talk about it?
Self-suck?
No, I think we've dilly-dallied long enough.
oh yeah, we had It I can't believe we made it 50. I know what you're gonna bring up.
The fact that we made it 50 minutes,
gotta
and
talk about
boy, the absolute strength
Yeah,
and the
look.
reserve that I had. What we got here? That's
this
you.
is Kevin Clark. Yeah, I just woke.
Yeah, you don't dress like that anymore.
I don't really dress like that anymore.
Wait, is
no,
that
that was my Dick's
you?
Sporting Goods era. And by the way,
That doesn't look like you at all.
By the way, haters say that I don't know hockey. Look at that. That's a Columbus Blue Jackets shirt from
Yeah, it is.
327 weeks ago. The last 327 weeks I've been takes all kinds here at the Ringer. So I said, yeah. Yeah, I walked into the office. He was like, what the fuck? We got to get a picture now. Anyway, enough of that. This is way more important. Go ahead, Brandon.
Well, let's just make sure we're on the same page. Dildo.
Dildo.
Dildos are raining from the heavens in WNBA games. And let me be the first to say, stop. Guys, come on. This is ridiculous.
Listen,
Player safety.
I understand some people think it's funny.
It's not funny.
As a girl dad, I have to say, This is not funny at all.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's be honest.
Players could be hurt, Brandon.
Let's lay it out on the court right now. The first one was kind of funny. The first one was funny. First one was funny.
First one's funny. It was just like, it was so unusual. It was like, where did this come? Like, who had this idea?
It's the announcer zooming in on it. Like, what? Oh, dear. Yeah.
The whole thing just didn't make any sense, and that's funny. It was funny.
But the second one was either going to be just as funny or not quite as funny.
Not quite as funny.
And it was one of those.
And it was
another critical part of the game. Close game.
Oh, look at the ref. Watch this kick, though. Watch this kick. What is Get the fuck.
and again, this isn't
covered up with a towel.
Goddamn green dildo.
This just isn't funny, and I know that the internet is a cynical place, and everything is jokes, and the tragedies happen, and people just are in a hurry to make the funniest joke in their minds, and there are a lot of sickos out there, Brandon, that'll laugh at anything, and I understand that, but like I think some things you just have to step back and say this isn't funny, and I think
there need to be adults.
I think dildos being thrown on the court is just one of those things you just can't. You can't laugh at.
There need to be adults in the room.
There need to be adults in the room.
There need to be adults in the room. This is not a laughing matter. This is when rubberized sex toys are thrown onto the court of any professional endeavor.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting, T-Bob. It really
disgusting.
is. It is disgusting. Now, I will note that the first one seemed to be a lot meatier and girthier than the second one. The second one seemed to be almost like a phone-in job. Like it's just okay. Well, we got $8. Let's go to the nearest store and just get the cheapest one they got.
Yeah.
Well, the first guy really invested in his. That's just my thought process there.
Do we think it's one guy?
I think it's not. Didn't they arrest one guy and then one guy in Chicago got away or something like that?
What are you in for?
There's a guy on the run right now.
Wait, he escaped? You just made that sound.
I don't know. I don't even know.
Evaded police capture.
The first one, I don't even. One of them they arrested, and the other guy, I don't think they even tried to arrest or something. The one in Chicago. Did they not arrest you, Connor?
No, they did not. Well, because I wasn't there.
Connor would have to go to a Chicago.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Bev.
They're playing bad basketball right now.
Chicago remains at large.
Wait.
I don't like how much Clay Travis is, to be honest.
Clay Travis is super involved.
It's just not.
Well, fuck it.
He's got the beat on the dildo.
The
it's not funny.
See, the Outkick crowd is going to ruin this. They're going to. It's already ruined because it's not funny.
It's not funny.
It's not funny.
It's not funny.
But there might be
nothing humorous.
What would make it?
There might be a deeper meaning, guys.
What would be the deeper meaning?
I'm just saying these are apparently different attacks that are stringed together.
Yeah,
we know
how
what
it seems.
We know how Connor feels.
Connor, what I'm asking you is, what would be the deeper meaning of throwing a green dildo onto the court?
Connor's telling them to get fucked.
It could be some type of protest. It could
pay
be,
the players.
Pay the players.
Yeah.
It could be a sign of feminism. I don't know. I'm just throwing out the possibility that there is possibly a chance that it could be connected.
A sign of feminism
to show
a
deeper meaning.
Throwing the green dildo.
Sex positive.
Sex positive. Exactly. Thank you, Epo.
Are the dildos pro or anti WNBA?
I think it's
the
pro.
dildo throwers.
How in the world do you think the dildos are pro?
Well, you free yourself from the patriarchy if you use a dildo instead of a male penis.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying that they tried to get a male penis to throw, like an actual?
No. I mean, like you know, I don't need you to fuck me. I can fuck myself.
Huh? That's not how I'm reading the situation. Stop throwing.
Thank you, Sophie.
I completely agree with
Sophie.
Sophie Cunningham.
Thank you, Sophie.
I stopped throwing dildos on the court. It's not funny. It's not something that we're going to talk about on the show if it happens again.
No. This will be the last time.
This is it. This will never get brought up on the show again because again, it's just not like. Because imagine, Brandon. I mean, imagine we were trying to do our job.
Yeah.
And we're just hardworking, professional. You know, having this professional mindset, showing up for work every day.
Yeah.
Like these players are, and then people just throw dildos on.
No.
The court. It's not funny at all.
It's not funny. There's no place in civilized society for something like that. This is a sport. These people are making a living.
They're doing important work too. I think the WNBA players are doing very important work for a lot of people out there, and to trivialize what they are doing for society by just throwing dildos on the court.
I do have to ask.
Not funny.
I do have to ask a question. When's the last time you went to a sporting event and there wasn't security, where you had to take your everything out of your pocket and put it
Yeah.
there. Walk through the thing, get your tray, and put your stuff back in your pocket. I haven't been to a sporting event in the last 10 years where that wasn't the case. So is a
Come on. I mean, it's an easy self.
so you're telling me a person is waddling in with a dildo up their ass? Is that what you're telling me?
Well,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
one.
or
You could if
or-
you wanted to.
Or wearing it in their penis?
You could do
Wear it
that.
as a penis.
Yeah, dual penis.
Mouth.
Yeah.
or
and Evo say the other or because we're on the same page here for
'cause
sure.
the way you're supposed to. I don't know, but the way you're supposed to use it.
In your vagina?
In your
Yeah,
puss.
Yeah, in your puss.
We're saying these are women throwing them?
You think a woman?
There's a
you-
deeper meaning. There's a
I
complex
don't.
here.
I mean, you saw Kelsey Plum throw that towel that one time, or the T-shirt the one time. Women can throw dildos that far, just as far as men, Brandon.
Yeah. just-
What reason do they have to throw them?
I don't know. Caitlin Clark's out right now. Angel Reese is out with an injury.
The Fever won 5 games in a row.
you think this is a
The Fever,
state?
let me tell you something. The Fever won 5 games in a row. This is not a joking matter. This is something. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of these women having to go through this.
What?
I'm tired of all of it. I'm tired of it.
What was that?
Stupid.
Wait, what was that?
Can we get the sky
This is
cam
the
on that?
this
What
is
was that?
this
What
is the
just
most
happened?
this is the most you had one job we've ever had on the show.
Yeah.
You had one job.
We hired intern Wyatt just for this. Wyatt was hired.
It was
just
his
for
first
this.
big-
This moment. This was his moment,
His first big break, and he missed.
and he missed.
He was supposed to hit me
walked
right in the
the-
face.
I saw it as he was going to crack the door and launch it in like a grenade and shut the door.
He walked all the way up here and was like,
He
hold it.
walked-
I was like,
he walked 3 feet from you.
Throw it.
We practiced.
Throw it.
We practiced. He threw that thing off my face 3 times this morning. We practiced it.
Also,
good. Look at how good it looks.
Oh, okay, it did look good. It looked
It
great.
looked good from the sky cam.
It looked great.
it did.
It looked-
And the fact that you kept rolling with it too, it worked out.
He actually nailed
But-
it. That's the ideal comical toss right there. No one got hurt.
He also he could have came in 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, it took forever to get in here.
took forever
we had
to get in here.
stretch and stretch and stretch.
And again, Titus, this is not funny.
This is not,
Not funny.
This
Yeah, it's not
dildo's tiny.
Flip it and say, "Oh my God, a third dildo just got thrown."
This is.
Hold on, show it to the camera, Brandon.
It's not funny at all. This is our commentary on feminism or whatever the fuck Connor was.
Oh my God, I can't believe our intern snuck that into work in his ass.
Also, Brandon, wouldn't it? I mean,
We just wasted so much practice. He threw that thing off my face 3 times this morning.
Oh my God,
Just
Just the tip.
funny.
Just the tip of the car right
it's
there.
not funny.
It's not funny. No, you shouldn't be laughing at that.
shout out to Wyatt though, man.
Holy shit!
Spent part of his weekend going out to get a green dildo for the.
God, I asked him.
He was texting live updates. He's like, I'm gonna go get a green dildo for the show, and then his texts were like an hour apart. Like he was there for a while.
Yeah.
He was like, anybody need anything else? By the way, they have
Penis
this
pump.
here. We have penis pumps here. I mean, he hung out there.
Yeah.
He treated it like the national.
Dude.
like the national.
Adventure, the national. Yeah, he's just
The-
walking around like.
The sex shops here in Chicago are very good.
What?
What?
What, bro?
Connor, you've had some interesting thoughts today. I'm just going to say it.
I had to go in one for the film festival last year.
Is Connor Sneaky the horniest guy we got?
No, T-Bob's over
I don't
there.
think it's
T-Bob.
sneaky. I don't know. Me and Connor, I think, are kind of simpatico on the horniness.
Yeah, I'm a known freak. I've said that on the show.
I said that.
I've said that on the show before. But no, I went in one for the same reason why Wyatt had to be in there, because I had to go get a prop for the film festival. It's
I'm a known freak, Connor Griffin.
Connor's a classic nice horny guy. Like he loves Olivia Rodrigo, and he's like, "Oh look, girl, I like the train. I support women in sports."
I like the train.
He's just he's
No,
just
we know what it is.
he's just trying to puck.
I'm gonna try to get this stuck on the door.
All right,
get
one
the-
shot to
hold
rule
on,
them all.
Hold on.
If this works, this will be the greatest dildo
All right, I
throw
got it.
of the
Great, yeah.
21st century.
Yeah, I can't.
There's no way.
You want me to move
I
the
can't
paper?
keep holding
You want
on
me
to
move the
this, and I'm
paper?
also I want it. It's suction, so I want to stick it somewhere. And move the paper just in case, because I'd hate for it to.
There's no way you.
All right. Yeah, probably not.
Okay,
But just
all
in
right.
case.
Okay, all
Just
right.
in case.
He can. There
Just
is
in
a way.
case.
All
All
right.
right, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Dildo.
3, 2, 1.
Oh! Oh, it felt like it was gonna happen.
Re-rack.
dude.
All right,
Re-rack. Elbows.
Just give me 5. Give me 5 attempts. Because if we
Get the dramatic music going,
One
TJ.
throw to rule them all.
oh,
God, it really does.
this
bounce
sucks.
off
If this
there.
hits,
It'll be.
this will be an all-time moment. Easy.
Don't hit Dale with it.
Oh, Dale, dude, you know you
God.
can't do that, to Dale now,
Here
Bo.
we go.
Come on, one more.
Oh, I thought that was it.
I got it.
I think it's in the rotation.
Maybe try to rotate as little as possible.
Does it need more velo?
Need more.
Maybe spiral like a.
Stepping all over the trophy, Steve-Bob.
Maybe try to throw it like a football.
You want me to
No,
More wrist action.
I think you gotta keep doing. No, I think how you're doing it's gonna work.
like Aaron Rodgers, like dumping it off in the flat, and just kind of like
Maybe a little
Pronate.
flick of the
Pronate.
wrist.
look at the
pronate the wrist.
pronate the wrist.
Pronate the wrist. Oh, maybe is that the technique?
felt-
I don't know.
All right, give me one more. Well, we can't do this all day.
Should we do the dildo streak?
We can't do this all day.
Barstool After Dark.
No, you
It,
gotta
does,
go.
it doesn't spiral.
You gotta
It doesn't.
flip.
It
You gotta
doesn't
go flip.
spiral.
Not
right.
happening.
It's
All right,
curved.
One more.
Your
We'll go
daily
at the end.
5
We'll go
every
at the
day.
end of the
Every
show
day.
again.
One more as an axe. Like one more as like an axe throw situation. Just one more. Just one more. Just one more. Just in case. Just in case. One more. Oh! All right. I'm gonna miss the act today.
That is not fun. Actively not fun.
I'm gonna be in here all day.
Should go for
try to-
a full court backboard stick
out on. I might just do that
on the backboard. Yeah.
out on the real court. There's
What were we talking about the WNBA?
someone threw a dildo on the floor and it just wasn't funny. I don't
But,
know. People,
wait, so
people
at
gotta
what-
cut it out.
At what point is it actually? At what point is it actually going to become unfunny?
If somebody gets hit.
No, well, like no, I agree with that, but I'm saying how many, from a volume
But-
perspective, is a third dildo?
It depends.
Still
3 and
not
4
funny.
aren't as funny. Then like 5 becomes funny.
5 is funny.
Right? Like
The harder the WNBA tries to keep this from happening, and it continues to happen, it'll be funny.
What
You
about like
know?
a bag of dildos?
Like if the WNBA puts out a statement that's like, "We are ensuring that this doesn't happen again," and then it happens again, that's very fucking funny. A bag of dildos would be funny.
multiple dildos from multiple different, like multiple shooters.
if we're being
Like
fair,
4 dildos
What
hit the
if they-
court at the same time.
What
They're
if they did it
synced
like
up.
the teddy bear toss in hockey and they just encouraged it and they did it for charity and everybody threw a dildo
Yeah.
for the 10th point of the
Yeah.
game.
Sex positive.
Get it out of their systems.
I wouldn't. I mean, this spread into other sports wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
The
Well,
Bills,
but
the
it
Bills
started
did
in
it, right?
football. Yeah,
The
Bills got a
did it.
dildo years
The
ago.
Dildo, yeah.
The Bills.
The dildo.
Cody threw that. Have we disclosed that on air before?
I think it
That
just
was
fell
Cody?
out.
Cody farted. Cody pointed his butt towards the.
He threw it and just yelled "No!" as it left his hand.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
You think this is a
Cody.
potential false flag operation?
That's what Connor was
Yeah.
sniffing
Are we
Kizzy on. You
sniffing
said
kids?
this is to drum up interest. in
Yeah,
the league?
because people are injured.
Yeah, because the stars of the league aren't in. Okay, let's throw dildos on the court and get some more attraction to the league.
That's usually the answer.
Get more attention.
Baseball did that in '94. Right?
Yeah,
That's right.
exactly.
Dildo day.
Yeah.
Have Philly fans ever thrown dildos?
Cal Ripken went to the
Wow.
plate with instead of a bat, he had a dildo in his hand.
Tell me dildo day wouldn't be electric.
Infield single.
2 dildos. In WNBA
It's
games.
stupid. It's stupid.
It's so stupid, and it's not funny, and it's and someone could get hurt. Someone could get seriously hurt. Someone
this
could
league?
get seriously
How they
hurt,
getting away?
and it's just not funny at all. And I would hate to see it happen again. Game time.
Maybe space out an ad.
All right.
Okay. You want to do real or fake with Brandon Walker?
Is it the
Oh,
pickles?
you gotta.
The pickles is.
I'm Kizzy on pickles.
I agree.
The random
I agree,
fan at the
Teach.
Portland Pickles game plays in game, finishes 1 for 1 with a home run and a
Okay,
walk. 2
so
runs scored.
this is a little different variant because you're usually is this video I'm watching AI or not?
right.
Yeah.
This is a real video,
Yep.
but you're sniffing Kizzy on the story behind the video.
It's a
Yeah,
plant.
Let's
yeah.
let's pull it up here and show the people.
Now, even if it is a plant, still has to hit a home run,
True.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But like the pitcher
It was Groove's one.
grooves one. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like if we planted Ebo, he could hit a home run.
Right.
Like if correctly, if the pitcher did his job.
So this is a random fan that's coming to bat in the.
What league is the pickles?
I don't know, but I want that jersey.
Savannah League.
But it wasn't. Yeah, what was the
The
original?
West Coast
the
League.
original thing was just like
Just
Any
first
fan
at
want
bat.
to come out and do it? Was it like
Well, they
you're
let, like-
sitting in
Wait, you
this?
stayed in the game after taking a walk?
Selected a random
We
fan
just
to take
selected
at
a random
bat.
fan.
The
I
rest
don't-
is history. Dixie took a walk and ended up scoring.
I don't.
One of these
And then in his
Mets
second
like
at
Twitter
bat-
guys played last week.
All right, this is the second at bat.
Payoff pitch. High fly ball. Left center field. Are you kidding me? 4 letters, 1 word.
Oh, God.
Oh wow, that was good.
Yeah.
He had that,
That
call
was
ready
good.
to go.
That's
dude.
more
Four
letters.
letters, 1 word.
That's Jey Uso.
Let's say Uso.
Fuck.
This isn't Yeet Jersey.
What's 4 letters?
That's what it's saying.
4 letters.
Gone.
Four letters,
okay.
1 word, yeet.
Yeet.
Oh.
Yeet?
So the
He
word
changed the word to
the
gone.
word's gone.
Yeah. Yeet means gone in language.
And hoopify?
Okay.
So obviously it's fake.
He's playing to the cameras.
Still
He's
a
still
fun
gotta
moment.
hit it. He's
It's
still gotta
fun.
hit it.
It's still fun, but
I
I
still
do
have
think
to
it's
hit it.
Kiz.
But then what?
Let's see the pitch he hit.
They said it was a
Should
payoff
we-
pitch.
3-2. Yeah, yeah.
Should
Runners
we
were
know
going.
about this guy by now? Why? How do we not know everything about this guy? And
I mean, it's dead down the dick. But if it were going to be, wouldn't he have done it in the first at bat? Did he just miss 4 times?
He walked.
Right?
Right. Oh, the pitcher missed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
so
How did that happen?
what's
Your body armor dove off the desk.
how? But so that was crazy.
Yeah.
Why, how do we not know everything about this guy though? Do we don't know the guy's name? He's just Dixie.
Couch, you're really on top of this one.
Maybe for once the internet just
The internet.
like, let's just let
take
this-
one off.
Let's just-
Let's
let's
take
just-
a
you know
play
what?
off.
Let this pitch go past us.
Let's have fun, Portland.
They play
Pickles,
against-
hell yeah, good moment, have fun.
They were playing the Berries, didn't we?
Oh,
get
yeah.
jerseys from the Berries.
I was just wearing one 2 weeks.
Wait, they're the Marion Berries?
Yeah.
Oh, but that's a different Berries. I was Saskatoon.
That's
Oh.
not
But-
the Marion Berries?
Yeah, that's pretty good though.
Yeah. That name mean anything to you?
No,
You don't know what that means?
no.
Okay. I didn't think so.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Anybody out there know what Marion Berry is?
Oh,
Rick's wife.
the former mayor of the District of Columbia.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Got thrown out because he was in a hotel
Cocaine.
doing crack cocaine.
Crack cocaine.
And the bitch set me up.
Our manager talking about it.
Hey, I'm sitting right next to the hero last night's game, the fan who pinch hit a home
Oh, he's got an upside down hat.
I was so impressed by the swing when I saw it, and I've watched it over and over and over again that I said to
Why
myself,
don't his
"Who is
hair
this
and
kid?" And I
beard
found out
match
he
a little
actually
bit?
is a baseball player at some point in his life. On my last day, regular season as a Portland Pickles manager, I am going to offer you a contract for the rest of the season to be a Portland Pickle. I'm not sure you're going to play. I can't promise you anything except
Well, then
a
what the
good
fuck
game
you doing it for?
uniform, and you got a chance to play for something special. What do you think?
I'll gladly accept. That is amazing.
All right,
I appreciate
welcome to the club, son.
that. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Coach.
this was
Oh,
awkward
okay, so
enough.
they knew who.
Wait,
They should.
this is awkward enough where I'm kind of starting to believe now a little bit.
Why won't they say his name?
Well, Portland 69.
Yeah, Dixie. Why does he keep saying it being Dixie?
Yeah. Why don't
Eli
I'm confused.
Steinhaus.
What?
He plays at Lewis and Clark.
What the fuck is that? Dilly Hawk Pro Skater?
What?
They should trade him.
Lewis and Clark.
They should sign him and then just immediately ship him off somewhere.
They should sign him, and then when he goes like 0 for 3, just absolutely kill him in
Yeah.
the media.
Can't
I thought this guy.
Can't promise you're going to play. Just
TJ, I just
come
sent
out
you
here and
his,
sit on the Pickles bench.
I just sent you his player page.
Can't promise we'll pay you, to be honest. but damn it.
What are they're
You're
in
on the
a
team.
little independent league that little.
Is it like a college summer league?
Yeah, it's a college summer league team.
Oh, anybody can play on those. I can play on those. Eli Steinhaus.
Steinhaus, there he is. Played at Lewis and Clark, yeah.
Yeah, sophomore
5'11".
from Thousand Oaks.
He's a little guy then. 5'11".
Mhm.
Somebody go throw a dildo at
Yeah, 5'11".
Dixie next time he's up.
I
He only hit 161 this year.
really?
No home runs.
Oh, wow.
So not a work.
This was
Was he hurt?
So real.
I'm kind of coming on real, Eva. I'm with
But
you.
I still think the random fan thing wasn't random.
Like he was a planted
Like he was a
random.
Yeah,
plant-
that's
planted
fair.
random,
That's
fair.
right?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like if you're sitting in section 4,
Right.
row 3, come
But
on
real-
down.
real
and-
home
He's
run
he's
now?
probably a friend of one of the Pickles.
yeah, that's exactly.
College league, right? He's a friend, and they're like, "Hey, I got I got my boy here. I told you about Eli.
Yeah.
He can do the random fan thing.
I think we solved it.
Yeah, I think we got it.
I think we figured it out.
Then do you have to get the Marion Berries on board too? Like, hey, we're going to bring this guy.
Oh, the Marion Berries are down for whatever.
All right, yeah.
They're down for whatever. They know how to party.
That is the word on the street, yeah.
Yeah.
That the berries do get after it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
You like pickles and berries?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Together?
Pickle 69 is a funny jersey.
Do you?
Are you criminally horny this morning?
I'm not horny.
He's been sitting in traffic.
Yeah, just.
We're kind of up on 18 minutes from his
Ebo, did you go to Wrigley this weekend?
Friday. Yeah, it's fun.
Did you go
Except it wasn't
Saturday
fun.
when they won?
I did not go Saturday when they won.
So you went when they
I
lost.
did some touristy stuff on Saturday. Friday was the fastest baseball game I've ever been to. in my entire
1-0?
life.
Yeah,
Hour
flew by.
49.
Hour
Flew by.
49?
Yeah.
It's barely enough time to get a beer.
Trevor Rogers. Yeah, there was no time to get concessions. None. You win in the fifth inning, you miss the rest of the game.
Yeah.
I think this is a problem. I think if games are less than 2 hours, they should just keep playing. Or at least like leave the state. Like there should be no ushering out of the state. Like the game
y'all
ends,
can hang out for like another 40
another 45 minutes.
Yeah.
You guys get 45
Yeah.
more minutes.
Y'all take
keep
it easy.
Yeah, we're not going to cut off beer sales at the end of the seventh. We're going to cut off beer sales an hour 45 into the
Yeah.
game or something.
That would
Hour
be
or two
great.
hours.
Let-
Just turn the
let-
music
yeah.
on or something.
Let the
Yeah,
kids run the
everybody hang.
bases. Let the
Everybody
kids run
hang.
the bases.
Yeah,
dude.
everybody hang out. You can leave when you want to.
I
Just-
built my whole day around coming to this ballpark and hammering a few beers.
yeah.
And going to the concession stand a few times, and the game's already over. What the fuck? What do I do now?
It would help with traffic flow out of the stadium too.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about the did y'all see the guy who went viral for telling his girlfriend that he discovered a new way to drink beer at games?
Oh, yeah.
I just want to know if we think this is innovative or not. All he does is he spends the first 3 innings making constant trips to, because you can only get 2 beers at a time. And so he amasses like 12 beers to drink from innings 4 through 9. Is that innovative, or is this like old hat and everybody's already been doing
But
this?
then
I think you're wasting your
beers-
trip to the ballpark if that's what you're doing for the first 3
Feels
innings.
excessive.
Who did I think the Guardians did like $2 beers pregame or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
And there's just like a bunch of pictures of like dudes with like
Yeah.
50 beers, like just standing.
the beer
They're all wearing like the same exact
hot
jersey.
as fuck, right? By the time you get to
Especially
Yeah.
beer,
the size of the beer.
Seven.
that
But whenever you drink warm beer, you just gotta tell yourself, I'm European.
Or
I'm
you
just being cultured.
Could just drink
Yeah.
cold beer. You could just
Yeah, but then you
drink it
gotta
like
get
a
up
normal-
every inning.
That's what the woman's for.
is true.
I
That is
don't
true.
know if everybody has the amount of relational control that you maybe do. My wife would tell me firmly to go fuck myself.
So zoom in a little bit. Are
Is
these
this just
are these
like
cans? Or
25
these,
inches, the
are
same
these-
guy?
I know they are
all
all
cans.
wearing
Jose Ramirez.
Ramirez jersey.
Oh, this is from the dollar. This is the.
$2 beers.
Now that I see a picture, I like it. I like it
like
for the
it.
visual. I just the visual is awesome.
The one guy on crutches.
And if you're drinking that many beers, you don't care if it's cold or tastes good or
No.
anything else. You're just
No, you're deep.
It's
You're just going deep.
yeah.
Go deep in the cups.
Right.
Do game time?
I'll do a game time. You want to get out to the ballpark, drink a few beers, or go to a WNBA game or anything else. There's nothing like getting to a baseball game, especially last minute. Lucky for us, we always use Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Game Time makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the app actually go down the closer it gets to showtime. You can put savings, the savings you get by using Game Time, back in your pocket and spend them at the ballpark on a hot dog,
Oh,
on a new hat, say, or some good old-fashioned Cracker Jacks. What are you waiting for? Brandon doesn't like Cracker Jacks?
No.
I guess not.
Cracker Jack.
What are you
Cracker
waiting
Jack.
for? Go download the Game Time app and go get out to a ballpark, get yourself some Cracker Jacks. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets to Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code Mosley for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create a code and redeem code Mosley, MOSTLY, for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game Time.
What's everybody laughing at?
What are we laughing at?
Also, Wrigley Field, they got to do something about that wind. PCA hit the hardest ball I've ever seen in my entire life. It was off the bat. I'm like, that's going 500 feet. It landed on the warning track.
I need analytics on the wind at Wrigley this year because I feel like it blows in more than out this year. This year it's been blowing in more than out.
Also-
But your boy Gunner on Saturday, he
You see how hard he had to hit it to get it out of the
smoked it,
ballpark?
yeah.
111 miles an hour.
Crushed it.
who was the pitcher on Saturday for the Orioles? He's a Japanese guy.
Sagano.
Hey Connor, did you see this pitcher for the Orioles?
I actually didn't. What's his name?
Sagano.
Tomoyuki Sagano.
Sagano.
Lacrosse, golf, baseball, tennis.
Yeah,
A big win for the family this weekend.
I saw this. Huge,
Yeah.
huge.
The 49th Junior PGA Championship won by asterisk tally.
She's good.
She's good.
She's good. She's actually good.
Asterisk tally. Congratulations to our 2025 Girls Junior PGA Champion. Asterisk tally.
And this is a good tournament. This
Yeah.
isn't some.
Charlie Woods was on the other side.
This isn't just any old tournament. You know, this isn't your local.
Connor keeps randomly laughing. I don't know what to do with it.
No, I'm just it's one of those names that it comes up every couple months, and then I look at it and I see the way that it's literally just asterisk tally.
What's our official roster now? Asterisk tally, Beans Factor,
Feline Poop.
Feline Poop.
Do we have any big three? I think there have been contenders for the fourth spot on.
Nobody's
the Mount
grabbed the Mount Rushmore
yet. Nobody's really.
Who was the one the other day? Sir Prince.
That was Sir Paul Cheeks.
Yeah,
Sir Paul Cheeks.
Yeah.
Sir Paul Cheeks.
Jesus
But
and
Sir
cleats.
Paul
But I'm thinking
is
he's-
the first name.
I'm thinking
Sir
this should be a
Paul,
girl,
Jesus
a
and
woman.
Cleats Cheeks.
I do think it for some about the women being named that.
Yeah.
Like
Beans Factor.
Beans, her name is
Feline Poop.
her name is Beans Factor. She's going to Manhattan this year, right?
Yep.
When is women's golf season for college? Is
Why?
that a fall or a
believe it's
spring?
You want
I
to
think
throw
that's
some dildos?
fall. I think that's fall.
Fall?
I think. Yes.
So we're gonna get some college action from Beans Fat. We're
Do
gonna
they
get
have two
scores
seasons?
posted. They might. I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea what the college golf calendar looks like.
No idea. No clue, man.
Yep.
Looks like we start September 5th.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
would be the fall.
Yeah, we got Bucknell.
Uh-oh.
Friday, September-
Manhattan, Bucknell. Oh, dude. By the way, we got to put this on the radar because it's not happening anytime soon. But how the show works, we got to start getting the wheels moving before it happens. Free Lutheran Bible College. We got to go.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We got to get to a basketball game this year. So just put that. Let's put that in there.
You think the boys will come down here and maybe let us run them through a practice?
I would love that. They got to schedule Free Lutheran. If you haven't put your schedule together yet,
Find somebody in Chicago.
Find somebody in Chicago. Play somebody in Chicago. We will send the whole show.
Yeah, Mark will pay for it.
T-Bob, are you aware of the Free Lutheran Bible College basketball team?
No. This is another mostly sports piece
Yeah.
of lore that I'm not in the know.
Quick crash course. They suck. That's pretty much it.
No, they don't suck. They are.
Are they the ones that went
I love
viral
them.
for like?
They are hilariously bad. They lose 96 to 9.
96-9, yeah. And they stream their games.
105-12.
Cody and I got pretty obsessed where like college football Saturdays, like they would
watching Free
they would like
Lutheran.
tip off at like 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. and the football games have started, but I'm still like locked in on whether they're going to score double digits.
All
I mean,
right.
if you do it, look.
So here I'm gonna read
So
this.
they really love basketball.
85
like the
to
guys
5.
All the guys, so someone did like I don't know if it's a story, but someone caught like we have talked about them and other places have talked about them. So someone like directly asked them like, "Are you okay with everybody kind of laughing at how bad you are?" And they're like, "We love it."
Yeah.
So I think they're like we know we're bad.
Yeah, I mean, that's what
just
I'm
do
saying.
it
You're
'cause
only committing the time to do this if you
Yeah.
really love ball. If you're just getting fucking worked every single game.
They played their alumni team, and a bunch of like the old dudes that used to play for them came and beat them. Like the team last year, like lost to the alumni team. Like a bunch of dudes that are.
It's like Yeshiva and Lehman, that baseball game that took place a couple months back. I'm sure you'll talk about that, huh?
99 losing streak.
Yeah.
100 losing streak.
Yeah, that was fantastic. And they split the doubleheader. How about that?
We got a coach's poll.
Kizzy? Yeah, coach.
Oh.
Look at this, Brandon.
College football?
Look at this, Brandon.
All right.
Look who's
Wow.
number one, Connor. What's going
That's
on
fair.
here, bro?
That's totally fair.
What?
That makes sense to me. To me, they're following the kind of the Ohio State Michigan thing over the last couple of years, where Michigan made the playoff one year, lost, and they made the playoff again, played a little better, made the playoff again, and ended up winning it. Now Texas, they made the playoff. They lost to Georgia the first year, lost to TCU the second year,
yeah.
and then beat.
Forgot about the Georgia loss.
And then they won it all. And Texas has been to the playoff last 2 years, and now they are they're back again. Let me see. Notre Dame at 5 seems high.
But you know what this means? We get number one versus number two week one.
Notre Dame.
Are
Oh
you
yeah, you're right.
shitting me?
Well, I told you it was going to happen, Connor.
Yeah, we talked about it on
we
Friday.
talked about it.
But again, it's just coach's poll.
LSU's
Could be
a little
different.
high at 9.
Yeah, the ball knowers poll.
You don't want to be number one.
Carolina's high at 13.
You don't want it. You don't want that, Connor. Oh no!
I'm fine with it.
Instead of 3, oh no!
Oh no, we're number 3.
Clemson feels like they should be higher.
I agree.
That's my thought.
I flipped
It's
them.
so crazy.
I flipped them in Georgia, to be honest.
Clemson brings like their entire team back, right?
Yeah.
You look at the top
were-
10
they were-
players list for everybody's, and there's like 3 Clemson players in
Yeah.
everybody's top 10.
Yeah.
With like 2 more right on the outside of the list.
Does that just speak to like people have just given up on Dabo, huh? They just don't trust Dabo anymore?
I don't think they trust
6
any
is
ACC
fine.
team at this point.
Is that
I
it?
think they're just
The ACC,
yeah. I think just they don't.
6 is fine. That's not super disrespectful, but
No, 6 is good.
Given
Especially because,
given
like, look at the track records of every team that's ahead of them.
I think it's more like given the unknown of the teams ahead. But sometimes it's like we brought everyone back, but like how good were you last year?
Yeah, Notre Dame at
Were you
5.
actually?
I think it's too high.
That's a bit intriguing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Given the quarterback questions. Who's getting that job again?
I would assume it's going to be Carr. If it's not Carr in week 1, it's Carr eventually, right?
Yeah.
So, should we do playoff scenarios? We have the poll. Like,
what, meaning?
Like, what does the playoff picture look like right now? Like, who do you think? Who do you have in?
If the season ended today.
Who's in?
I
Who's
do
out?
love when Lenardi does bubble watch at the beginning of the season.
He's already done it.
Yeah.
He's got a bubble watch out right now. I can almost guarantee he's already put one out. God, I'd hate to be wrong. Pull it, see if you can
This
find
team
it.
is on the bubble of a
puts them
season
out-
that doesn't exist yet.
He puts them out like the day after the national championship. He's like, "Here's my bubble watch."
Makes sense.
I sent TJ the actual top 25 that came out this morning.
Wait, so y'all were talking about coaches.
Was that not it?
No, I
That's-
sent him the only one that we should be recognizing, the preseason top 25.
This is something.
From CBB Freak.
My preseason top 25 rankings. Defending champs take number 1 spot with a surprise top 5. Okay, so who's CBB Freak? All right. Ohio State, Texas. Is that
James Madison at 25.
All right.
And UConn.
UConn at 23.
And no Alabama.
I'm sorry. Is that Pitt at 3? Who is that at 3?
I like these. I like these.
That's
rankings.
Penn State.
The old
Penn State.
Bobcats,
Golly,
it's Charlotte.
The old
These
Penn State
Navy
logo.
Lions. That's
These rankings make a
I
lot of
thought
sense.
you were doing
actually.
a bit.
Go back down. Have y'all ever used that logo?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like
Georgia Notre Dame.
late 90s,
I
early
like
2000s.
athletics
Kind of a
logo,
bad
by the way.
logo.
Yeah, no, that's how. Yeah. I
like
used to have a hat
South
that had
Carolina's.
that on there.
Right.
I mean, this is pretty standard. That Vanderbilt's ridiculous. Okay. There that is.
Thank you, Ebo.
Yeah, I just wanted to.
Was that worth the...
Yeah, it was show stopping.
It was a good- yeah.
Show stopping.
I got a question. So we were talking about coaches saying our team fucking sucks. Have you seen Kenny Dillingham?
No.
He's been hammering that.
Oh, I saw.
they're,
I saw a
practicing
story like
shit.
last week. What,
Yeah, yo, want him to go 2-7? Good. Well, you're fucking practicing like you're gonna go 2-7. Oh, What do you think?
Week 2?
Week two in Starkville.
But
Are you willing to put?
Those Arizona boys got to come play in the heat.
I'm not trolling though. Are you guys good? Like,
We're gonna be
are you
better.
Not ass.
We're not.
'Cause
We
a
could
lot of
still be
transfers.
ass. 60 new players.
It's
60
one thing to look
60
at
new
Arizona
players.
State and be like, I don't think they're as good as everyone says.
60
But
beat us
you
by-
still have to.
They were 11-2 last year. We were 2-10. They beat us by 7 points.
10 points.
Oh,
at their place.
that's what has you excited. All right, all right.
Look at it.
Are you
Are
gonna be a little
willing
worse?
to
You'll be a little better. All right.
officially put them on notice?
I'm not. I don't want. I'm going to sneak up on them. I'm not going
Okay.
to put them on notice.
Okay.
I don't worry about nothing over here, Arizona State.
Yeah.
Nothing to see over here.
So you're like Washington crossing the Saratoga, day after Christmas. That's going to be.
I'm not.
your
I'm not in a
style of
boat, and it's not cold outside.
attack. Yeah, but in every other way.
Connor, you want to put Villanova or Presbyterian or fucking William and Mary or whoever
Yeah.
Penn
You
State's
put 'em
got
on
in the
notice?
non-conference? You want to put them on notice?
Nevada
Nevada
on notice.
You want to put
FIU on notice and Villanova on notice. Yes.
I'm putting Clemson on notice.
what a
Fuck you,
non-conference
Clemson.
schedule? Yeah, there it is, Joe Lenardi.
Wow.
Updated.
He updated. Thank God he updated it.
Wait,
This
just
is,
skip to the bubble, right?
Houston's is over top.
First team out is
First
Washington.
team out. Washington.
That's it. Washington.
Washington fans are just like, fuck.
Washington's had a tough season.
Sorry, Washington. You gotta scroll down. I just control F.
Oh, no way SMU should have been in.
A&M last 4 in, baby.
Find me Ohio State, TJ. Find me Ohio State.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh.
16.
Oh, okay. I like it. I'm good with this.
That's a
Ooh,
gritty
playing in-
Memphis team though.
If
Playing
you,
in San Diego.
if
that'd
you
be-
are searching
Memphis won their
Teams,
conference.
look at Mississippi State. Let's hear it.
if you are searching teams, I just throw my hand out there. Oh, dear. Oh, gosh.
8.
Oh, 8
8
8-9.
seed. There you go,
That's the
Brandon.
most
We're
obvious.
always with Duke.
You are
I
always
think when you
8.
start, When you start with an off-season bracketology in college basketball, you put Mississippi State as an 8 or
Yeah.
9,
Yeah.
and then you work for.
Well, at least I got this one right. I got a surprise for you boys.
What's that?
Yeah.
I love surprises.
Is it a dildo?
Well, now I
Now we gotta buy time.
Throw 5 minutes on that clock.
got to buy time. Get going to an ad like that, T-Bob.
Oh shit! My bad. That's on me.
Here,
My bad, my bad,
I'll
my
buy.
bad.
I'll buy some time. Joel Embiid. You see this? You heard
Bum?
about this?
What?
Oh, there's serious concern about his knee health across the league.
Oh, shocking.
Yeah.
All right, so that didn't buy time. Like
When are you?
I was hoping that would buy more time.
When are you? What?
This
When do we do this?
Cody just tweeted that out.
When are you going to do it?
When am I going to call him a bum?
Yeah.
Never.
I mean,
but he kind of.
Dude,
if he just doesn't play 5 years in a row, he's just never going to be a bum.
No, because he gave it his all. His body is
Has
literally in shambles.
Has he given his all?
Yes.
You know who gives it their all? These McDonald's hash browns.
Oh snap!
Oh,
These hash browns. Who wants a hash brown?
I'll do one.
I'd love one.
Throw
Connor.
me one of those potato pucks. Thank you, sir.
Look,
Can I
bro.
tell
That was good.
I dipped into the McDonald's before the show.
I was going to say there were only 3. Did you?
Brandon also dipped into the.
What? Hold on. Time.
I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait.
You did.
Yeah, I dipped into it. Of course I dipped in. This episode is brought to you by McDonald's. There's no better feeling than making it in time for McDonald's breakfast. Making your breakfast taco with a big breakfast is actually pretty good. Putting a hash brown in between the McMuffin is amazing. Hash browns for fries? We all wake up dreaming of McDonald's hash browns. They are the go-to order for me on Saturdays. I always take my boy to get them, and now the boys here got them. So breakfast comes first.
Thanks,
Wake up!
Brandon.
It's time for McDonald's breakfast. Wake up! It's time for McDonald's breakfast. 2 things that we must get in before we go.
Aye.
Throw me a sandwich.
Number
Wait, there's sandwiches in there?
I got bagels and I got McMuffins. What do you want? Got a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit.
Sure.
I got a bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle.
Sure.
Which one?
I'm not picky.
I'll get you the McGriddle. McGriddle up top.
Oh, yeah.
Ball. Snagged.
Brandon, you're on point today with these.
I should have been the one that threw the dildo.
You still can. Why don't you give it a little dildo toss?
My bad.
Broke
My bad.
something.
My bad. My
Swing it.
bad. My bad. My
Swing
bad.
it.
Swing the building. Swing it.
Swing it.
Option it. Option it.
To the shooter. Get
Play
it to
action.
The shooter. Get it to the shooter. Oh! God damn it.
Is that going to do the dildo stream? All right. Give him one more shot.
To the
Give him one
shooter.
more.
Kick out.
Oh, come on. You got to be ready to shoot.
Rebound, Bob. Back out to Titus. His three-pointer.
Bang! Oh, I was trying more loft here. I didn't want to.
Bang!
Guys,
Can't just
be careful
Guys,
with
this
it.
is not funny. Stop it.
Why'd you study it like that? Okay. Fuck! SummerSlam.
It's gonna be the biggest moment. That will be the biggest moment of my career. Right?
SummerSlam was this weekend. 2 nights spectacular. Both ended on surprises. Night number 1, Seth Rollins. It was a ruse the whole time. CM Punk wins the title, and then Seth Rollins comes out on his crutches with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and he throws the crutches away dramatically. He looked awesome doing it, and cashed in on CM Punk. And then last night, John Cena, who just turned face, just turned good on Friday night.
He's a good guy again?
Without any warning or anything. Without any lead up, without any,
It's my pop cap.
without anything, he just turned good, and the heel turns over. They're just like, okay, well that
went nowhere.
pretend that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Psych. And now he's just good again. And Brock Lesnar comes out at the very end, sending the internet into a tizzy. But
Crazy.
TJ, you liked it.
I mean, I'm not often actually shocked by things in the wrestling world. That I screamed. I was like, "What do you mean Brock Lesnar's back? What, how?" I was pretty certain he was never wrestling again
Wow.
Yes, T-Bob.
I have a wrestling question.
Sure.
because he's a freak.
How does wrestling – are there new stars that they will revisit to get the pop that they have been doing lately with the old stars?
There's always yes.
Okay.
Yes. There's always they're a renewable resource. The guys like in 10, 15 years.
Like, who's going to be the guy that, like, oh, shit, like Brock Lesnar, I never thought he was going to come back. Like, who's the guy that's younger or a current age wrestler star that you would think that would get that same
Well,
level?
like if
It was CM Punk.
Yeah, if Cody went away for 3 years, so something like it was Cody too.
Yeah, it was.
Nobody ever thought Cody would come back to WWE.
Yeah,
because Cody went and started another company.
Yeah,
and then he came back to be the WWE champion. So
wow.
It's business.
A lot of surprises.
It's
always full of surprises.
Yep.
There's never say never in the wrestling business.
Twists and turns.
Shout out to Cody too, by the way.
You think Hulk
Hell of a
Hogan
match.
is a worker or shoot? You think you think they're setting up a surprise?
I think they have the funeral already.
Yeah, sell it. They get you to forget about him, and then Hell in a Cell rolls around. I am a.
Oh boy,
wouldn't that be something?
Why did it have to be Hell in a Cell?
I don't know. felt apt given Hulk Hogan's current state.
I mean, Undertaker should be
because he
the
is
one
in
to,
hell for sure.
Undertaker. How many fake deaths has Undertaker already done?
A bunch.
Yeah,
a bunch. And number 2, we all went to the National over the weekend. Everybody like it? Everybody like the National Sports Car Convention? You didn't go?
Over the weekend?
You guys went over the weekend?
I went Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Have we had a show since Friday?
No.
Oh.
It'd be Monday.
Spent a lot of money on Friday. I bought a 1948 Babe Ruth poster in Japanese.
That thing's
that was
awesome.
a cool ass poster though.
Yeah.
You bought it in Japanese? I didn't know you spoke Japanese.
Yeah, no, I had some yen on me. And then
Nobody talks Japanese.
Come here. Look at my Dr. J Converse I got.
Oh, sick.
Oh, whoa.
It's Dr. J.
Wow.
That's yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, got all that.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. But no. Well, my Dr. J.
Hey, doctor.
You were playing Chuck Taylor's
No.
Blazers?
No.
Surprisingly good basketball shoes, I'd say.
Well, they were basketball shoes for
years and years.
Decades.
Right. But
They
you
do
look
say
at
though,
them-
no, but to Evo's point, they do say that that's what makes Wilt's ability to jump even more fucking insane. Because he was doing it in these like old school like flat chucks.
But everything was old school.
I know, but you know that Wilt Chamberlain's thought to have the highest vertical of any NBA player ever.
But there's no
At
footage.
7'1".
But there's no footage of it.
Yeah, but there's badass pictures.
No footage.
And it's estimated.
We have footage of him playing at Kansas.
I know.
But not in the NBA.
You did it.
Chuck Taylor is he's a Hoosier.
You got
Did you know that?
You got an ad?
Indiana boy, Chuck Taylor. Delete Me. Delete Me makes it easy, quick, and safe to remove your personal data online at a time when surveillance and data breaches are common enough to make everyone vulnerable. Data brokers make a profit off of your data. Your data is a commodity. Anyone on the web can buy your private details. This can lead to identity theft, phishing attempts, and harassment. But now you can protect your privacy with Delete Me. What do data brokers do? Your name, contact info, social security number, home address, even information about your family members could all be compiled by data brokers and sold online. Take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me now at a special discount for our listeners. Today, get 20% off your Delete Me plan by texting MOSTLY to 64,000. The only way to get 20% off is to text MOSTLY, MOSTLY, to 64,000. That's MOSTLY to 64,000. Message and data rates may apply. Delete Me. I had one more thing before we go, just quickly. Did you see that a 16-year-old did not win the USA track and field, but finished second in the 800 meters? A 16-year-old ran 800 meters in a minute 42.
We should watch the end of
16
the
years
race before we go. It's pretty incredible.
We have. I didn't actually see the race.
It's fucking crazy.
Cooper Lukenhaus?
I just saw the headline that a 16-year-old.
It's the under 18
ran
world
that fast.
record. He's now on the U.S. team going to Tokyo. There were 3 former world champions in this field. Dude's fucking 16.
Is that him in the red?
Can we do volume or no, Teach? No, questionable. There's no music, but I mean,
I don't. I mean this seriously, Brandon.
it's pretty
Do you
electric
think-
call.
I'll let it breathe.
Also, could you imagine sprinting for 800 meters?
Yeah, that's no problem.
How long can you keep that pace up? 5 meters? Like,
I can't get to that pace.
They have the
10
yeah,
meters.
Brandon, could you
This
ever
stadium
get
is
to
sick,
that
by the
pace?
way.
they have the Olympic world record treadmill that they'll put out at these.
Look at
running
this
events.
guy.
Here they come.
Look at this guy coming from the back. This
Oh, that guy's
16-year-old.
coming.
That's a 16-year-old.
Oh,
You're watching a 16-year-old come right now.
damn
Come
it,
on.
T-Bob.
What?
I kind of
Podcast.
felt like he could have won there. It seemed like he
Yeah.
made all that run and then he
804 meters, he probably would have won.
yeah. All right.
That's incredible. Though. 16 years old, young goat.
Everybody's using it to just be like, he's so much better than LeBron. LeBron in high school could never.
There's a lot of juice in the track game right now. I mean,
Yeah.
Noah Lyles gotten a little bit of a
Ooh, that
a
was sexy, too.
a little tizzy yesterday.
What did he do?
He won his 200-meter race and then but he, in a little comeback fashion, and stared the guy down across the finish line,
Oh,
and the
really?
guy pushed him. Bednar?
Yeah, but then he tried to, and then Bednar tried to, after his Bednar pushed him, he tried to shake his hand, and Lyles very reluctantly agreed. It was all very awkward.
Noah Lyles is a.
Lyles is in red. Stares him down.
Oh.
Shove. But then
You can't shove and then try to dap up. That's bitch, man.
Oh, it seems like they straightened it out, though.
Yeah.
No, but then the press conference afterwards, Bednar, I believe, was still being like, yeah, he's kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He has no respect, no decorum.
Also, Shakari Richardson got arrested for domestic violence.
Not a way to end a Monday.
No, swing it.
Swing it.
we do Vuori.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta end on a better note.
All right, come on, make it.
All right, that's the show. We will be back tomorrow. See you guys then.
Give it another shot.
get it.
One more.
One more. Oh, that was
That
close.
sounded like
that was the right.
They tried to suck.
No, one more. One more.
All right.
One more. That was the right sound.
That thing was sucking.
All right, we'll get this.
500 more.
Oh, we're done? Oh, that's how ball's done.
I'm Luke Combs, and you're listening to Mostly Sports. Family.
Let's go.
So TJ,
That's big.
I'm Luke Combs, and you're listening to Mostly Sports. Family.